Think of strength, you have to be very strong.
Discipline.
Very talented.
Think of cliques, because when you're an athlete, you belong to a clique and you don't have your own friends.
Determination.
Hardworking.
It's very hard to be an athlete.
Dedication.
They're dedicated.
I think dedication.
I think athletes have it hard.
During the season, when I travel, this is how I handle my work on the road. We have tutors that travel with us, and we have a portable, what do you call it, laptop that they take on the road. So if you have you have papers or anything to write, you can do it while you're on the road. And usually the tutors will bring that, and you can take care of your work on the road. So most people will bring their books so they can take care of things on the road.
Usually just plan ahead, get our syllabus from our teachers, get our daily assignments, usually turn the work in prior to leaving or after. We make arrangements with the teachers, but usually we have to get all our work done. It's not a choice because schoolwork comes first.
Do I feel tired or get tired during classes? During the first half of the year, nah, not really. Basically because I have enough time to sleep, go to practice, so I'm not too tired the first half of the year. But springtime, yeah, I get real tired. Sometimes I sleep in like my real early classes because it's kind of hard waking up at 5:15 to run for 6, then have to go to class at 8. I mean, tired, I'm only human, so yeah, I get tired.
Do I? You get worn down a lot because you're always running and running. It seems like you don't have no time to yourself. And at night, all you want to do is sleep. So you get tired, but you get used to it. And you know what it's for, and you love it. So you love the sport enough, so you manage.
If I have a hectic schedule during the day, I might be a little tired in class because I know it's going to be a long practice. And if I had a hard practice the day before, I might be a little bit tired while in the class, but I have to stay awake so I can learn and get a good education.
Well, me personally, yeah, I feel that because, I mean, a lot of students on campus don't know how easy they have it for the simple fact that they wake up when they want to. They have the choice to either go or not go to class and do the work when they have to, when they want to, when they don't have to. I mean, basically, we're forced to do everything we got to do.
I really don't think any other student knows what it feels like to do what we have to do, any athlete on campus. Only other athletes could relate. But I don't think it's different because I know there's students out there that work, that have jobs, 2 or 3 jobs that are putting themselves through college. You know, because I chose to play volleyball. No one's making me do it. So, and there's a lot of people that have to work. So, but to me, volleyball is my job. You know, it's putting me through college.
My schedule during the season consists of first of me getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning and then going to breakfast at 8:30. And breakfast is usually a half an hour when all team members have to attend. Then I would go to class. If I had like usually 2 classes that day, I go to my 2 classes and then I'll come back and do a little bit of work. And I usually have practice like 3 o'clock, so I'll eat lunch and then go to practice an hour before and then practice for a number of hours. And I get out of practice about 6 o'clock, shower and all that, then go eat dinner and come back and study.
Well, yeah, it's hard because when I first came here, it was a lot of adjusting. You have to learn how to manage your time a lot. Your days are basically planned for you in general. Well, during season, which is our season during football season, we practice in the morning, usually 6:30, and we usually come in an hour before for treatment, which is at 5:30. That means we get up at 5. We practice for 2.5 hours. Shower briefly, go to class all day. We usually work in the afternoons, study hall at night. That's basically about it. But we have long days.
Basically, I wake up really early, which I don't like doing, but you got to do it. And my lifting is usually done in between my 2nd and 3rd class. Practice starts at around 2:30. You got to get everything done before 2:30, then go to practice, and practice ends around 6. Then go to dinner, which hang out for about an hour, and go do some schoolwork at about 8 till about 9:30, then flop around for another couple hours, and go to bed.
Schedule during the off season is a little more flexible. I don't have to deal with basketball as much. All we have to do is lift weights whenever we feel like, but we don't have a set schedule we have to practice. But we still have study hall. We still have to, do our work and go to class, but we don't miss as much class because we're not playing. So I have more time to catch up on studies.
In the springtime, it's our off season. We get up in the morning, we still do aerobics, lifting, plyometrics, running, and we lift as a team. We still have a lot of team meetings and stuff. So even though we're not in season and we're not playing any games, we still do a lot of training in our off season and also in the summer. So basically it's year round.
Social life? Do I have a social life? Of course I got a social life. I mean, it ain't as intense as other people on campus. I don't go drinking around 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday in the evening all the way till Saturday night, but yeah, I got a social life. I hang out sometimes.
Oh, it's there. It's there. I wouldn't say it's there as much as any other average student. I don't have time to be going out every night, going here every night, but I make time. I still have my friends. It's fine. They understand my schedule. They work with me,
Do we have curfew? Yes, we do have curfews. In season, we have a curfew on, what day is that? Starting Thursdays. And we have to be in by 11:30.
Oh, curfew. It's different because like you think you come away to college to be grown, get away from your parents, but because we usually we play on Friday nights and we usually play on Saturday afternoons, so we usually have our Friday night games at 7. So, so after our games usually end at 9, but after the game I'm usually beat anyway. So we have a 12 o'clock curfew usually on Fridays or sometimes 11.
I have no regrets in being an athlete because I wouldn't be here today if I wasn't an athlete to the point where I'm at right now. A superstar, getting ready to get paid.
Sometimes yes, but for the most part no, because I think it's a part of life. When you grow up, you're gonna have a set schedule. You're gonna have to get up and go to work every day. And if you plan to have a family, it's just another responsibility. I think it's just preparing me for life. And I'm glad I'm doing it now while I can just get into set ways. So no, it doesn't bother me at all.
Do I ever have any regrets being an athlete? Tell the truth, no. Sometimes I'm mad because I gotta wake up in the morning or you gotta live, but it's made me a better person overall. It's helped me to understand the world in a different aspect, to respect other people, and to understand that work is something that you gotta take pride in. So I mean, no, I don't ever regret the fact that I'm an athlete.
Sometimes I wish I could carry the life as a regular student and not be recognized as much, or everybody knows me and wants to know my business and what I do. But yeah, so sometimes I wish I was an average student, but then sometimes I enjoy the fact that I'm known and it helps me out.
I think it could work both ways for you. Some teachers are more lenient with your assignments sometimes, and they know you have a rough schedule. And other teachers really don't care. They just think you're a student, which is fine. So I really don't ask for special privileges. I don't want special privileges. I'm a student here just like everybody else.
Well, I've come across a couple of professors that are understanding to the demands that being an athlete takes. And yeah, some professors are real lenient and understanding to what we got to go through, but the majority of them really don't care. I don't like the fact that professors know that I'm an athlete for the simple fact that you get stereotyped and you kind of get a stigma placed on you like, yeah, he's a dumb football player and he doesn't know nothing and he's going to receive special treatment. That's what some of the other students say because you play a sport. And I mean, tell the truth, it's really not true. So I'd rather keep it on the low and not let anybody know I play any sports.
I feel that the question that athletes might get more special attention than the average student is not true. Just because the athlete and the teacher do communicate, the teacher might give the athlete weight because they miss class, but when it comes down to grade and procedure, everything is the same. They're not favored over any student.
No, because I like it when the teachers know who I am, because therefore it's easier for me to go talk to them because I go see my professors a lot. I'm understanding what we're supposed to be learning, being that we do travel and due to our schedule. So no, it's not. It doesn't bother me at all.
It doesn't matter if you're an athlete or not to make friends, because people want to be your friend when you're an athlete, but you don't. It doesn't make it easier. It makes it harder because you don't know the reason people are friendly with you.
Do I think being an athlete makes it easier to make friends here? Personally, Yeah, but the kind of friends that want to be friends with you just because you're an athlete, you really don't need them. I mean, me personally, I think I have a good attitude, so I make friends with my personality. I mean, I hope that's the reason people want to be my friend. But like I said, if you just want to be somebody's friend because they're an athlete, then you don't need those kind of friends.
Yeah, well, it's easy to make friends anyway, but yeah, it is. Because it's like you have an extra foot in the door, I guess you could say. Because people are more willing to talk, and it gives them something to ask you about or you talk to them about. I don't, I don't think people should have the stereotypical idea that all athletes are like the dumb jacks, because it's not true. Because there's a lot of athletes that are on the dean's list, on the honor roll. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and we have to maintain our grades to even be eligible to play. So, school and your books come first before your athletics. That should be re-emphasized to everybody.
How do I feel when other students think of me as a dumb jock? Well, personally, I like it for the simple fact I know I'm not dumb. And me personally, when I go to exam situations and I ace the test and I breeze right through it and I know I'm going to get a good grade, and I sit down and watch the other regular students, quote unquote, sit down and struggle for about 2 hours just to get a D, it makes me feel good because I'm supposed to be a dumb jock. So I got no problem with it.
After I graduate, I plan to play basketball as long as I can and save up money and run my own business and take it from there.
I mean, my goal right now is to get my degree. I mean, whatever happens with football in the future, I mean, only the good Lord knows, because, I mean, he knows my plan. So basically, the way I feel right now is my degree is my priority. If I can go pro, if I can't, I mean, that's good and it's bad, but I mean, what can I do?
Well, I'm doing an internship this summer at a TV station at home. So hopefully I'll be able to get another internship next year after I graduate, or just apply for jobs just like everybody else. Oh, definitely. I think volleyball's prepared me a lot for the real world, a lot. I think nothing else has been better for me than volleyball for the real world, because it's made me more responsible, able to maintain my time better, and deal with a lot of upcoming situations, which is good, so I think it's all been for the positive.
Playing sports has helped prepare me for the real world because it shows me some of the things that go on in life, and I've learned life skills from playing basketball.
Do I feel that playing sports has prepared me for the real world? I do, for the simple fact that there's a lot of discipline that goes into playing my sport, and without that discipline in life, then I mean, you're really kind of, how can I say, lost, because people don't understand that when you dedicate yourself to a sport, you're preparing yourself for the future, dedicating yourself to your family, and dedicating yourself to your work. And I mean, without this preparation, I feel I could have been in trouble.
I really don't think college athletics is just for anybody. You have to have the right mentality and the will and desire and the love for the sport, because it does take a lot of heart and dedication. It's mental as well as physical, especially at the Division I level.
Do I recommend it to other people that want to play? Well, before I'd recommend it, I'd ask the person if they're really sure that they want to do this, because it's demanding on your body as well as your spirit. So if you're ready for it, then sure, come on down. But if you're not, think twice, because, I mean, you can shatter your ego if you think you're ready, but you're really not. So think hard and prepare yourself, because it's not as easy as it seems.
I would recommend any athlete that's in high school to go to college. And what I want people to know about athletes is they're just like everybody else. They want to be human. They want to be looked at and have fun just like anybody else.
Well, I want people to understand that being an athlete isn't all about being in the spotlight and having this and having that. I mean, people think that we really have it easy when we really don't. I mean, I hear people be like, well, those football players get it so easy. They get this, they get that. I mean, it's really not like that. All athletes have to sacrifice and give up a lot. I mean, I want people to understand that athletes are human beings.
I wish that people would just look at athletes as other people. They're hardworking people. Every athlete, I think, is a hard worker, because it takes a lot of time and dedication. So I think people should look at athletes with respect, a lot of respect. I respect every athlete on this campus for doing what they do, because I know what they have to go through. So, and it's just like, they have that deep down love. They're doing all this. It's a commitment you have to make, you know what I mean? It's so easy away, but why walk away if you have the love and desire? But we're here just to get an education just like you. I'm not here just to play volleyball, because I could just break my leg tomorrow, then what, you know what I mean? So I'm just here to get an education first and get a degree, just like everybody else. And then volleyball is second.